proper masking techniques. Protecting the areas of the vehicle that you don't want overspray on is critical to any successful paint job. And Eastwood has all the masking tape, paper, and supplies and equipment that you're going to need to properly mask your project. Now, back taping is a technique that I use a lot, and it's what we used a lot on the 78 Z28 Camaro project, Z-Sled. Check out the video, see how it's done. Obviously, all of the panels are off of the car. We're doing this because we're shooting a solid color, and I don't want any tape lines, and I don't want to have to spend the time jamming it out, backmasking, and all that kind of stuff. This saves us time. Different color, metallic color, graphics, well, that's a different strategy. I've made paper doors to keep the overspray from the inside, keep the dust from blowing into the outside, and I've skirted the entire vehicle all the way around to keep that overspray off of the newly painted suspension components. Now, these parts are sitting on a stand that I've had for years. It allows me access to all the areas I want to paint on these parts. If you don't have something like this, well, you can get creative with your MiG 175 and make your stands. The point is, this eliminates the time investment in masking and eliminates the possibility of tape lines as well. So it's a good idea. Now, the front subframe you've seen before, it's freshly painted and is completely assembled. So I've bagged it to keep overspray off of it, as well as I've masked the firewall because I painted it as well. We'll show you that in a little bit. But I wanted to say that your goal in masking is to keep your paper as smooth as possible. That way you don't have folds and areas that your overspray can collect in and possibly get blown back out into the paint job. Areas like this. It's really worth the time investment to give it a good inspection and come back, flatten out spots like that. Just eliminates problems. In almost every instance on this car, I used a technique called backmasking or back taping. Now, this technique is clearly demonstrated in the Paintucation instructional series, but in case you haven't watched it, I want to show you what I'm talking about. I like to use 1.5 inch tape, and basically what I'm doing is using about half of it on the inside edge, and it's self-explanatory. I'm back taping and exposing the sticky part of the tape. It makes it really easy to blanket this with another piece of paper and use the sticky part of the tape. It just makes a nice job attaching. But I also like to use a little bit of reinforcement, kind of like building a web. So I go like this. Come under here. And you can see what this is going to do. It gives a little bit of an area of support for the masking paper that we're going to put in here, just in case. It allows it to, if you drop a tack rag on there, it's not going to crash this stuff all in. And now I take a very sharp single-edge razor blade and I'm lightly cutting just the paper, not the masking tape underneath. Last step is to take some of the masking tape and again, sticky part of the tape to the sticky part of the tape. Makes this really easy. Now, not only is backmasking or back taping a great technique to keep the overspray off the parts you don't want it on, but it also creates a soft edge that you don't have to sand and polish out. And by the way, the days of using newspaper to mask off your project are long gone because today's modern paints and chemicals will leach right through that paint and possibly ruin your paint job. So head on over to eastwood.com to make sure you get all the proper masking supplies for your project. And click the button to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can get updated videos and tips on how you can do the job right.